Once upon a time, in a small village nestled at the foot of a great mountain, there lived a young girl named Lily. Lily was a curious and adventurous girl who loved to explore the woods and hills that surrounded her village. She spent her days collecting wildflowers and chasing butterflies, and her nights dreaming of the distant lands she had heard stories about. Despite her free-spirited nature, Lily was a dutiful daughter and helped her parents with their farm. Her parents were poor but hard-working, and they did their best to provide for their family. Lily was content with their simple life, but she always longed for something more. One day, while wandering through the woods, Lily stumbled upon an old, run-down cottage. The cottage had a thatched roof and was covered in vines, and it looked like it had been abandoned for years. But Lily was not deterred by its dilapidated appearance. She was intrigued and decided to explore it. As she stepped inside, she saw that the cottage was filled with books, maps, and artifacts from all over the world. There were dusty old tomes written in languages she didn't understand, and ancient artifacts that glimmered in the dim light. Lily was amazed by what she saw and began to explore the cottage further. As she poked around the cottage, she found an old diary tucked away on a shelf. It belonged to the previous occupant of the cottage, a man named Frederick. Frederick had been an adventurer who had traveled to the far corners of the earth, and his diary was filled with tales of his adventures. Lily was mesmerized by Frederick's stories, and she decided then and there that she too would become an adventurer. She spent the next few weeks poring over the diary, studying maps, and learning about the world beyond her small village. Finally, she decided it was time to set out on her own adventure. She packed a small bag, kissed her parents goodbye, and set out into the great unknown. Lily's journey was filled with danger and excitement. She encountered fierce beasts, treacherous terrain, and uncharted lands. But she was determined to see it through, and she pressed on, driven by her love of adventure. Along the way, she met many people, some friendly and some not so much. But she never lost her sense of wonder or her love of exploring. Years passed, and Lily grew older, but she never lost her thirst for adventure. She explored every corner of the world, from the frozen tundras of the north to the scorching deserts of the south. Eventually, she returned to her small village, older and wiser, but still filled with a sense of wonder and adventure. Her parents were overjoyed to see her, and they marveled at the stories she had to tell. Lily settled back into her old life, but she was never quite the same. She had seen too much, experienced too much, to simply settle down and live a quiet life. Instead, she spent her days teaching the children of her village about the wonders of the world, inspiring them to follow in her footsteps and explore the great unknown. And so, the legacy of Lily the adventurer lived on, inspiring generations to come to follow their dreams and seek out the wonders of the world.